Hey everyone, this is Herschel from High School Top 200, and this is my first thoughts for week 3. And so what we'll do is we'll just go through all the scores from the week, or majority of the scores, or ones that sort of surprised me and that maybe have some real ranking significance within the wins and losses that go on. So we'll just start off here with because St. Peter's played Western Heights on Tuesday, as well as New Plymouth Boys and as well as Wanganui Collegiate. Kings High School played Waitaki and they won. So that sort of shows maybe a bit of the gap, because they won 32-13, so there is kind of a gap within that Otago region, within that Otago competition that they have. Kings High School and John McGlashan are looking sort of to separate themselves. I think they're going to be the top 2 teams this year for that competition. And it's going to be interesting too, because they have the second 15 in the Otago region playing in that Otago comp. I think the score is going to sort of dictate what it's going to be like against the first 15. So if you can score really good against the second 15, it's going to be really good against the first 15 as well. So it's going to kind of balance it out and give you an idea of what's going to happen in that matchup when they have to play each other. New Plymouth beating Wanganui Collegiate as well, 39-7, which isn't a very good score for Collegiate. I thought they would do a lot better than that. But maybe that tells how strong New Plymouth Boys is this year, and maybe they do have some kind of scoring ability, because if you don't have scoring ability, then you're not going to reach 39 points. Lindisfarne Manukura was a nail-biter one in terms of they're going to have to... Lindisfarne is going to have to either pick it up on their end, or Manukura is that good. Manukura is one of those teams that you sort of don't really know where they're at, but they give the appearance that they can actually stick up with the higher teams, or maybe the upper middle kind of teams that there are in New Zealand. So that one's going to be interesting, because Manukura also have some really good players, and they do have a lot of good attacking guys. So maybe in other games that they play, they can score really good and give themselves a bit more notoriety, and also some a bit more, how do you say it, like maybe a better idea of what kind of team that they are, and that maybe they are a better team than what we think they are. So that's going to be important for me. So let's go through these top 25s. I'm just checking it out on my phone here. We'll start with Hastings, because that's what everyone wants to talk about, and I am even though it is a good, impressive score, it either says St. Pat's Town is really weak and they have fallen a lot, whereas they didn't do that bad against they lost last week against Palmy Boys 22-8, I think it was, and that score was not bad. But because to me, when I think about St. Pat's Town, I do think of them as a powerhouse in terms of the Wellington competition, and a team in the Wellington region that shouldn't be taken lightly at any kind of time. They're not a team that, even when they do have a big exodus of players that left the year before, I still think that they always have talent to make it up for the next year. Hastings proved with their 99-point win that they are the real deal, that they are the #1 team in the country. I don't think any other team, including Hamilton Boys or St. Kennegans, can beat St. Pat's Town by 100 or 99 points. And I don't know, I'm not too sure what the history is with this, but what is the biggest score margin that St. Pat's has had? If anyone knows, let me know what that is, because I think that's pretty much a record there. So, it's good. It's always going to be good on one side and bad on the other side. So St. Pat's Town just have to come back the next week and say, we just had a really bad day and they had a really good day and it just ended up on the same day. That kind of thing. Hamilton boys took out Tauranga boys 42-5. I was really surprised because I didn't think that it would be that much of a difference. I did actually think that it was going to be a closer game. It wasn't going to be a blowout, but Hamilton boys actually, they've got a real team. And right now, early in the season, I could see Hamilton and Hastings in the finals. And the finals of the top four. And it's funny because Hastings and Hamilton have the last game of the Super 8 season too. Now what they did last year was that they skipped the game because it was bad weather, and then they played their final. Hamilton didn't really play the team that they wanted to play. They put on sort of their second string team. They got a hiding, then they went to top four, and 1 point, 2 points to the way it finished. So we do know that Hamilton boys have the players. Right now I'm just thinking I don't think they have the players to chase up a team that's like that with 99-point difference. St. Kitts also had an impressive day with their 95-0 win over Liston, and Liston College is only new, so you can't really fault them for that. When you move up to the 1A, it does take a little bit of time, a couple of weeks or so, to find out what it feels like to be in the 1A and what it feels like to have that kind of level of talent playing against one after, week after week. So, it's not easy just to jump into 1A and then and start having close games. You're going to get blown out, so don't get so discouraged about that. Sacred Heart pulled off a win that I thought that, I actually picked Kings to win that one. Christ College did their business against St. Bede's 41-19. St. Paul's Collegiate won against Manurewa 47-7. Mags lost in an upset against Dilworth, so Dilworth is going to be moving up the ranks. Otago boys won against Kaikorai Prem Colts. Palmy put up a good score against Wairarapa. They won 44-3. Nelson College won 74-7 against Burnside. Sort of an upset with Napier Boys High School and Wellington College. Napier won 15-0. And I thought someone was lying until they sent me a picture, but Napier Boys had 3 guys with yellow cards off all at the same time. Now I was thinking, man, if you have 3 guys off all at the same time, surely you got to score some points off that. So whatever's going wrong in Wellington College, or whatever the attacking problem was, I hope they sort it out and get it fixed, because surely you should score some kind of points, even if it becomes like a penalty or something like that, or penalty kick, when you have 3 guys off. I can't explain that. You should just get some kind of points out of it. St. Andrews won 15-0 over Marlborough. Westlake Boys put up another big score, 68-5. St. Peter's College beat Tamaki 15-0, which was actually a pretty good score. And then I thought the game of the week, De La Salle versus Auckland Grammar. De La Salle won 24-19. And not surprising, because De La Salle is a really good side. Auckland Grammar have some injuries that they will take care of, and that they do have guys in place. So it's only a matter of time before Grammar sort it out and then sort of back on the road again, kind of thing. Other big games. Cambridge won 85-0 against Wesley College, second 15. I know it's second 15, but still, that's a lot of points. Manukura won against Tutor 40-10. Southland Boys beat the top team in the under 21s for the Otago region. Rosmini came back and won, after losing that week 43-3 against Orewa. St. John's won against Wesley, which I thought was a pretty good battle with those two. Gisborne Boys winning 34-7 is really big. I think that's one of the really big ones that we should look out for, because maybe Gisborne Boys has figured it out after a pretty slow start. Lincoln College won 50-7 over Roncalli, which is pretty good in terms of we know that Lincoln can play. They may have some bad weeks, but they can play, and they can put up 50 points, which is exactly what the bigger schools within that competition are going to do too. So, like, that's one thing to look out for. Waimea Combined beating St. Thomas. I didn't think that would happen, but it looks to be pretty good. Otahu winning 27-13 against Howick. Tangaroa winning 20-15 over Mount Roskill Grammar School. I thought that was a pretty good one, and Tangaroa haven't lost since the beginning of the season. I think they're 3-0 right now. One Tree Hill beating Pakiranga 32-27. That was another good one. Scots College 78-0 over St. Bernard's. Porirua 29-19 over Hibs. Nainai College winning 29-21. Tawa College also getting win over Mana College 59-15. Those are some really big ones, I thought. Te Awamutu winning over Waiuku 65-7, which was a big score as well. And so these are some of the these are just some of the scores that I went through. Some of the ones that I thought were pretty significant in terms of rankings. Remember, the top 50 rankings is going to be released. A new one's going to be released tomorrow. So look for your team where they are today. Then look at it tomorrow, compare it, see how far they've gone up and down, who's moving up and down as well. And then next week we're going to have the top 100 change. And so all the ones from 51 downwards to 100, guys are going to be moving up and down. Definitely guys are going to be moving up and down within the 100. There's some big guys, some big teams who are moving up from the 70s all the way up to into the 50s, meaning that those guys can also break into the top 50 soon if they keep playing the same way they're playing, and then they're actually getting these wins that they're supposed to get, and then winning some of those games that you kind of 50-50 with. So that's kind of how you move up, right? Beat the teams that you're supposed to beat, then beat the other teams that you sort of are 50-50 with, and you don't really know if you can or not, right? That's my first thoughts. Herschel Fruin, peace.